All right. Okay. So we're gonna do another one of these. Here we go. Nice. All right. Okay. So let's turn down the music. Like, turn off the music rather. And let's get ourselves some Windows 95 going here. So, as with the last few that I've done of these, we're gonna... So what I have here is a Windows 95 system. We have a clean install. I have DirectX and every driver and everything, but otherwise we have a clean install. No Castle of the Winds, except if it happens to be on that demo CD that I'm going to try. But we could play some Castle of the Winds. I've played some Castle of the Winds on this here Twitch channel before, and on that should be on YouTube. On my YouTube channel, if you search Castle of the Winds there, it's been a while, but I might do this again actually. Castle of the Winds is cool, but we're not going to do Castle of the Winds now. What we're going to do, as with all of these, is we're going to install, or not install, we're going to... I have an old demo CD here from an old gaming magazine, old PC gaming magazine, and let's start that thing. And what we're going to do is, oops, let's turn that up. What we're going to do is we're essentially going to install everything from here and try everything from here. Oh yeah, we can already see there's some stuff here. Oh yeah, Sid Meier's Gettysburg, Tomb Raider 2. There's some fun stuff on here. So we're just going to go through all the demos. There should be a whole lot of them actually. And we're going to check them out. We're going to try to get them to run. That is always kind of a gamble with these old things, especially with Windows 95. If you don't remember Windows 95, it is kind of temperamental. But we have a good system here. We have a Pentium 166 with a Voodoo 2, a 3DFX Voodoo 2 graphics accelerator card, and that should be good for most of the stuff that is on here. But we're gonna see. So we're going to start with the first one here. We're going to start with Tomb Raider 2. We're mostly going to go through the demos. There's some other stuff on this CD that we might check out at some point. But yeah, oh yeah, that was quick. And again, I just have a clean install of Windows here. We're going to gunk that up with all these demos and all this crap that we have on here. And afterwards, I can probably do a new install, but that's what I'm expecting to do. So, why does the volume control not go away? See, it's already starting. Fantastic. All right. Okay, so we have installed Tomb Raider 2, right? Is it in the program files? Core design, here we go. Tomb Raider 2 down. This seems to be just a shortcut. Microsoft Plus, probably not. We're going to stick to this one CD right now, and we're gonna just install all this stuff. I might do other stuff. I don't know. I've been having kind of fun with this kind of thing. Microsoft Plus. Yeah, I think that was Windows 98. Yeah, I do have a Windows 98 system as well, but maybe that's for a different stream. You know, could also do like the Microsoft Entertainment packs and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff to be had, but this is now we're in 1998, and Windows 98 is probably out at that point, but at that point I would still have had Windows 95, and all this stuff is going to work on Windows 95. So yeah, so this is the demo of Tomb Raider 2. I hope everything is working. Ooh. Oh yeah, there we go. Voodoo 2. Yes, we can use our Voodoo accelerator card. With this system we should probably stick to 640 by 480. Good time, bad time, indeed. Let me see. Perspective correction, everything is good. Controls, we're not going to use a joystick. I don't have a joystick, which is, I saw some Wing Commander prophecy earlier. That's going to bite us in the ass for that, probably. But is everything working? Sound, everything, yeah, should be. Okay, triple buffering. Yeah, this works. Let's start. That Tomb Raider 2. I like the old Tomb Raider games. Is that a hot take? I like Tomb Raider 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 kind of, and I think then it kind of stops. But I like them. I think I like Tomb Raider 1 the most actually, because it's like they really went into a different direction with 2, where it's more about shooting dudes than traverse. No, it's still got all the good Tomb Raider stuff. So it's fine. Let's start a new game. Let's hope it works. There's some hitchiness there. Oh yeah, there we go. These games obviously are on GOG, and they run perfectly fine on Windows 10, on modern Windows systems, so you don't actually need to go old school for that. Although I kind of like it, you know, kind of like this. You can play Tomb Raider 2 on like full widescreen HD resolutions and all this kind of stuff. Like you can play Tomb Raider 2 like a modern game. There's no issue in that. There's a guy with a baseball bat. Let's shoot him. He takes quite a few. So this is the Venice level, I believe. Oh, yeah, somebody's shooting us from the balcony. I vaguely remember that. So I believe this is the second level of this game. I think in the first level you are in some kind of cave system, something like that. Don't quite remember. Wasn't that like around the Great Wall of China, something like that? You know, doing some sort of neo-colonial exploits as you do in these games. But yeah, again, I like these. I've always sort of seen Tomb Raider, or like these early Tomb Raider games, as sort of an extension of, or like a 3D-ification of Prince of Persia, like the way sort of Prince of Persia works. Come on, let's get down here. Oops. I even like whenever you see people talking about these early Tomb Raider games on like the internet forums, people always say that, oh no, the tank controls are so horrible, you know? And I don't think I agree. I think the tank controls are actually fine. And that's my hot take for today. The tank controls in Tomb Raider are actually fine. So I think what we need to do is we need to jump over here. And this guy has a key, right? Let's get the key. Don't think we can get the gun. No, we cannot get the gun, but that is okay. Let me just jump over here. Boom. I'll jump back. Oh, crikey. Yes, you know, like in my brain there's essentially two levers, one for the left side, one for the right side, and I have to kind of, in order to move around, that's what I have to do. That's my daily life. What do we have to do now? I think we forgot something. I think we need to open the door back there. So let's jump into the water. This stuff is always so fun. But yeah, I think the control scheme in Tomb Raider is actually very precise, and it works perfectly fine, except when I miss the spot. You just have to be willing to engage with this sort of deliberate pacing, right? Like it's not a very flowy game. It's not a very... It doesn't want you to smoothly move through everything. It wants you to read your environment and figure out how to traverse that environment. Okay, let's go back up. I remember, like, back in the day as a kid, I thought this was really hard. Like, Tomb Raider 2 was really tough. I don't know. I think this is actually fine so far. Whoops, we almost clipped through the floor. That's also something that might happen at some point. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. I wonder how long the demo is. it probably ends with the boat section, I suppose. So essentially what we're trying to do is we're trying to open the boat house and the and another thing so that we can take the boat and get out of here. Anybody here? Nope. Also, I feel like the sort of the system that they use for rendering all these levels works pretty well for sort of the cave systems of Tomb Raider 1 and maybe like old temples and whatever. But if you try to do like a city, like Venice, like an actually lived-in city, everything looks extremely strange. I don't know. But there you go. That's how that goes sometimes. Okay, I think we need to jump over there, right? I think that's what we need to do. Okay. I think the trick was if you step to the edge and jump back, then you will have exactly the right momentum to make those jumps. That's kind of like how these games work. As you can see, everything, like every piece of geometry in this is sort of comprised of these blocks, and they always have the same dimensions. What you have to do is you have to figure out those dimensions. All right, here we go. Yes, this opens that. I think we got the key, and with the key we can open the boathouse. And with that, is there anything up here? No. Yay, always like that. There's like, I think there was a way to, yeah, it is, right? Like that's all of Tomb Raider, kind of. I'm a big fan of these old, we can use the key here, of sort of these lo-fi 3D things because of exactly that. There's a kind of surrealism to them. I don't know. I played a bunch of Jedi Knight at some point on stream as well, and that was also amazing. Sort of the lo-fi 3D environments of that was just awesome. Okay, now we go through here. I wonder if this takes us further, or if this is it for the demo. If I was making a demo, I would probably call it here, but it does continue. Oh, or maybe not. Yeah, that's it for the demo. That's Tomb Raider 2, the demo. This just makes me want to play Tomb Raider 2. Maybe I should play Tomb Raider 2 at some point. But yeah, that's the first demo down. Cool. Tomb Raider 2 is good. You know? You just have to compartmentalize the colonialism from everything else. But you know, that's how a lot of stuff works. It was such a fun LAN game to play. Yeah, we never. So my cousin and I, we had sort of for a good chunks of our childhoods, we yes, we lived in the same house, not the same apartment, but the same house, and we had a thing where we would had like a LAN cable where we just put like a wire through the garden into the other's room, and we would have a constant LAN connection with that. But we never played Jedi Knight, actually. Played some other things. But yeah, what are the system requirements? You need a Pentium 90, probably, I would say. If you don't have that with your old 486, you can't, like... Nah, that's not gonna work out. So we have Wing Commander 5. Obviously this is a German demo disc, because those are the ones that I have. I might at some point... I want to... Yeah, those Pentium 90s, super popular with Bitcoin miners. Like the scalpers through the roof, you know? It's like 4-digit numbers that you have to pay for these things. Those Pentium 90s. So this is obviously a German one. I want to actually branch out a little. I've done 2 other GameStar CDs before. Can find those on the YouTube channel. But I want to kind of branch out to other magazines, probably. Like maybe something like PC Gamer or something. That sort of, you know, I'm doing this in English, and a lot of English-speaking folks will probably have more of a connection with that stuff. And The thing is, a lot of these are going to have the same demos on them, but I'm just going to try to not overlap the months, and then we should be fine, I guess. This needs Wind Wars 95. I don't think I have Wind Wars 95, unfortunately. Let's install Wing Commander 5. Yes, 80 megabytes of hard drive space. I think we have about 8 gigabytes, which is kind of a lot for a system of that vintage, but that's the fun stuff you can do if you come back to this way later. I would definitely not have had an 8 gigabyte hard drive at that point. Probably just like a few hundred megabytes or something. That was always the juggle, you know? Like right now, if you have one of the new well, it's kind of interesting, like it uses Xcopy for, like, this does not have an installer program, it just uses a DOS, a 32-bit DOS application, as it appears, which is very interesting. I think it just runs in the command line, and that puts up this. But yeah, it copies files and then it starts the install.bat, and that unpacks a bunch of files. That's how that goes. I kind of like when you can see the command line. I don't know. I enjoy that. You can see exactly what's going on. You know, it gives you a look underneath the hood of the system. Okay, so we can use our 3DFX card here. Oop. Okay, it automatically does it. It didn't let us pick, but if we have 3DFX, then we are fine. Reason we want that is it's gonna run a lot smoother and faster with that. So that's Wing Commander Prophecy. I have a bunch of Wing Commander games, actually. I don't have Prophecy, but I have... Jesus Christ, that is fantastic. Just do some nonsense here. You know, here we go. That's Wing Commander 4 here. See that? In the big box. They came in these huge, awesome boxes with a lot of fun stuff in them. I like me some older Wing Commander games. Like, I like Wing Commander 3. The fourth game isn't actually all that good. I have 3 as well, but yeah. I've never really played Prophecy. Okay, so we can do this. We have key commands. We don't have a joystick, which is obviously not ideal. I do have a joystick, but I don't have this hooked up here. I think that was actually the first Wing Commander, like the very first DOS Wing Commander. I think the game crashed when you tried to exit the game, and then they were just like, fuck it, we're just going to modify the error message and make it say, thanks for playing Wing Commander, you know. I mean, that makes sense. So what do we have here? So pitch and turn. So with plus minus for the throttle. Afterburner on tab. Autopilot, that's very important for Wing Commander. Fire selected gun and missile. So we can cycle targets and lock targets. Guns and missile. Yeah, well, we can see with the... We're gonna see how that goes. You wish you could get away with that. Yeah. I hope this works. Black screen always worries me a little. Thank you, Oni Enjoyer, for the follow. Oni Enjoyer. I enjoy myself some Onis as well. Is that Oni the game, or like Oni the demon, or... Enter call sign. We are... And that's a good call sign, I suppose. I believe. I should have put Oni Enjoyer in here. I'm extremely sorry. Can I change this? No. Oni the game needs a multiplayer. Doesn't this have, like... Oni has a lot of... Like, there's a community with mods and all this kind of stuff. Like, there's That game is alive and well, I found recently. Only the killer from Dead by Daylight. But any of the others could apply, as you're quite a fan of those monsters. Yes. I've never played Dead by Daylight. But that's cool. I like me some monsters as well, right? When we are smack dab in the middle of Shocktober, I suppose. So I feel like that is very fitting right now. This is not available in demo. I think we're just going to enter the briefing room and we're going to go ahead. Yes, thank you. I love the Caves of Cut content as well, but I try to, you know, do some different stuff sometimes to just change it up a little. Otherwise it gets a little bit one note. I think I've had like 4 Caves of Cut streams in a row right now, so I am going to be back to Caves of Cut today, later today, because I found that a chunk of my audience tunes in at, not right now, but what's kind of the evening, the late afternoon for me, so I will probably continue my Caves of Cut run then. Yeah. You're waiting on funds to grab some video editing software. I have a recommendation for you. If you don't mind free software, check out DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve. It's a very fully featured, very fully featured video editing software that is free and that you can use without many restrictions in free mode. And that's probably going to be enough for you to just edit some videos. Like it's very, like it's good. DaVinci, like Leonardo da Vinci. Resolve. That's what I use. I don't do a lot of sort of highly edited stuff, but I've been working with that and dabbling in that and making some videos with it. It's very good. It's like it will probably do all the things you need it to do. And you know, it's like if you feel like you're like don't buy Adobe stuff if you are just starting out. Just do that stuff. And if you need more, then you can always pay up later. But that's probably gonna be okay.
Dismissed.
Again, that's what I've been using for like some moderate amount of editing, and I've been making some more edited stuff, but that's not really anything that is for public consumption right now, but I was kind of planning on getting into some more edited stuff on the YouTube channel, at least, you know. I'm going to keep streaming, I'm going to keep putting the archives on YouTube, but oh yeah, here we go. Wing Commander Prophecy. I like these space games. Okay, let me see. Is that target locked? I guess it is. So let's turn up the throttle and some afterburner, and let's blow these fools up. Oops. Or not. Let's run into an asteroid. Boom! Here we go. Ah, I like those. I was always more of a fan of the, in terms of space games, I was always more of a fan of the Star Wars games, like X-Wing and TIE Fighter, which I do also have in the big box right behind me. Like X-Wing, TIE Fighter, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and this is... We'll probably need a joystick. This is like with the cursor keys. It's hard to be very precise with that. The mouse does not work. No. Okay. I'm using the arrow keys too. Wow, that is a lens flare. This looks weird. This might be a graphical glitch. This might be my Voodoo card acting up. I don't know. Wow. That is. If I like space games, you have a recommendation for me? Yeah, shoot away. I'm always open for recommendations. Oh, crikey. Everspace 2. It's early access, but it's quite good. I have heard rumblings about that game. Someone in a Discord that I'm in was talking about that, I believe. Crikey, that lens flare is distracting. It's not even lens flare, it's just like gunk on my windshield. Would you call it a windshield in the space thing? Probably not. There's no wind in space. But there we go. Can we do autopilot now? Where's my nav point? Autopilot. Yes, there we go. That's Wing Commander Prophecy. It's cool. You're in space. You're shooting things in space.
There do appear to be a few enemy ships around.
We'll have to do better than that, uglies.
Okay. And we're shooting more fools. That's kind of how Wing Commander works. You do the autopilot, you get to a place where you need to do something, you do the thing, you do the autopilot, go to the next place. Rinse and repeat, but it's fun. It's fun. So Everspace, is that like a mission-based game, or is it more like sort of a privateer, like a sort of trading and building ships and buying stuff and all this kind of stuff? Do we have missiles? We have missiles, right. Can we do a lock-on, or is it just dumbfire missiles? Seems to be dumbfire missiles, but that worked. I do like the way the explosions work. Also, big recommendation for space game nerds. Free Space 2, you know, classic one. Free Space 2 has a huge modding community. You can make this game, you can make Free Space 2 look like a modern game pretty easily. And can you die? Can you please? There we go. Pretty mission based, some elements of that sort of thing sprinkled in. Oh, I like that. Which is like gorgeous, random encounters all over the place. Interesting. I'm going to check this game out. I've been kind of... See, now I have two games. I was like, okay, Tomb Raider 2, that's great. I want to play some more Tomb Raider 2. Now I want to play some Wing Commander Prophecy and space games overall. That's the issue when you check out these old demo CDs. That's what happens. But yeah. Akte Europa. I think that's a German title. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just install that. Only has a few accessible systems at this time, though. Yeah, I mean, it's early access, right? Like, that's to be expected. This seems to be a real-time strategy game. So, in this early, in like 97, 98, we are smack dab in the middle of the glut of real-time strategy games. And Akte Europa, I don't remember this game at all, is, I guess this is probably one of them. Let's see if it's good or not. Yeah, this looks very generic. This looks extremely generic, but that is fine. We had some good ones in the last streams of this sort. We had, like, which was the one that I really enjoyed? Total Annihilation. Yeah, that was a great one. But there were also other ones that I don't remember the name of that were not good. It were really not good. Like, extremely not good. Let's see how this one stacks up. Start. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's a little bridge. A little teensy tiny bridgey. Let's go over there. Oh, it has fuel. Fuel and ammo. Interesting. So it has sort of support. Concept of you'll probably need to support your units. That's pretty cool. That's a thing you often just see in like war games and not really in real-time strategy games, because it becomes a little fiddly. but I do enjoy having to deal with supporting your armies in war games. So I'm kind of open for that being a thing in strategy games. Okay, we have kind of, let's put the map up here. Do we need to go anywhere? Okay. Again, we're not going to get deep into this. Let's just run around and shoot some things. Yeah, drive around and shoot some things rather. Kaboom! Yeah, you know. Like, I can't obviously make any qualitative statements about this as a real-time strategy game because it is, you know, I have no idea about balancing and all these kinds of things that are important. But this seems to be intensely average so far. I mean, it seems fine, right? Like, it plays alright. I don't know if this is a base building game, by the way. Or if it's just about having a set amount of units. Okay. It's kind of weird how the fog of war works. Okay. I guess we're capturing this. Okay, this seems to be how that works. Kind of a capture thing. And maybe it's not a base building thing. I'm kind of interested in that case. But I don't think we're gonna play much more of this, because this is definitely a game. I don't have anything interesting to say about this. Like, there was something about Total Annihilation when we played that in the last one, where it was, can we build tanks? Build tanks, no. Oh, you build stuff with like weapons and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get it. Let's build tanks. There's no room? Okay, good. Oh wow, man, they just get plopped out of that. Crikey. Yeah, that's Akte Europa. Okay, now the fun part comes. There we go. How do I end the game? Yeah, I don't know. There was something about Total Annihilation that was just viscerally interesting immediately. And like, it just felt like, it just looked and felt great. You haven't played many RTS games, only in Joya, but the old Heroes of Might and Magic games look like good fun. They are good fun. I mean, they are not real time, right? But they are good. They are a lot of fun. Good time wasters. Okay, Dark Reign. This is another real-time strategy game. This is one that I actually have, or had. I might still have the CD somewhere. Of, yeah, in a similar vein, yeah, you're right. It has some RPG stuff in there, you know? Like some... I like the Heroes of Might and Magic games. They're pretty good. If you haven't played them, I recommend them. Heroes of Might and Magic 2 or 3 are kind of the ones that I would recommend playing. Probably 3. If you only play 1, play 3. It's good. It's good. Be prepared to, like, if the problem with those games is if they hook you, you can spend a lot of time with them. They're like the classic just one more turn thing. But if you are willing to do that, then they're really good. They're really good. They have some issues, right? Like, it's one of these games where you at some point figure out a way to win everything, and then you win everything. But still, the process is extremely enjoyable. Okay, so this is Dark Reign. This is, let's do Prison Break. Let's not do the training mission. Seth's videos. I'm not going to say the whole name because I have no idea. Yeah, that actually I have. So he did some videos on Heroes of Might and Magic, huh? I remember when that guy made a video on Caves of Cud. That sent a whole bunch of people to my channel. Like suddenly I had like an influx of new viewers because there was I've never watched his video on Caves of Card actually, but yeah, into the official Discord. Yeah, yeah, there was some weird stuff going on around that. I don't know. I can't really speak to that. I haven't followed the whole thing, but I remember like getting an influx of views and subscribers. Oh, I like the Case of Cut community. They're good folks, and I really like the devs as well. They're a good follow on Twitter, for example. Like, it's pretty great. But there was like a bit of a hubbub around. I have like one community that I interact with on like Discord and forums and whatever, and that just like occupies all the space for me, and I can't really engage with more, so I don't have many communities that I'm really in, because like I don't have the mind space for it, essentially. It gets a bit much, you know. Okay. Alright. Now see, this is Dark Reign. This game I feel is very reminiscent. It's like a sci-fi Command and Conquer-ish game. Can we build some stuff? Yeah. Headquarters. Let's build some headquarters. Probably, what's that? Water launch pad. Okay. That. I think that will... Yeah. I remember Dark Reign being pretty good, actually. It is one of the also ran real-time strategy games of that era. You know? Like, there's nothing... I don't know if there's anything extremely remarkable about this game that other games are not doing, but this is a good one. This is a decent game. I remember liking that a lot. This is a game that I've played a lot in LAN with my cousin. So well, not a lot, but we played some of that over network, and that was good fun. Okay. I think that's enough Dark Reign. You know, real-time strategy. I don't know. Real-time strategy is really a genre that I haven't really... I don't know. I liked real-time strategy games back in the day. Played a lot of Age of Empires and Warcraft 2 and also StarCraft, although I had never really had any idea how to play StarCraft well. But played a whole bunch of that, and then I just kind of stopped. Next game is Sid Meier's Gettysburg, which I've never really played. This is a real-time war game by Sid Meier. Or like by Firaxis. I think this was the first game by Firaxis, which is the company that Meier and co were making when after they split from Microprose. But I've never played it, and it's probably not gonna. We're probably not gonna be able to get into the game in the space of this. This is usually the case if we have like more complex war games and stuff. This is an icon. This is not an executable. Is that an executable? Yes. StarCraft is simple too much. Yeah, for me as well. Like the amount of time it would take to get actually good at StarCraft or any real-time strategy game is just way too much. I can't. I just can't.
Good morning, John. General, I'm sure glad.
Yeah. So, Sid Meier's Gettysburg. Again, this is a war game. Oh, crikey. And I think this is real-time. I don't know what I'm doing. Can we zoom in? Yes, we can zoom in. Let's watch these guys shoot each other. A little bit. I have no idea how to control this, how to do anything. I think Sid Meier's Gettysburg is probably a pretty cool game. I've heard good things about it, but again, I don't have the, like, in the few minutes that we're going to look at this, I can't really. Okay, let's see. We can pick those, and these guys are shooting. Line, column, skirmish. Okay, can I So how about you advance? Probably a really bad idea what I'm doing right now. Oh, okay. Maybe you can try to flank them a little. Can you shoot somebody? No? Okay. This has kind of a... yeah, I think that's... Ooh, that looks interesting. I think what I've heard about this game is it has kind of an interesting system about how you command your units. Because it does not have the direct control that you know from strategy games, right? You give commands and then it's on them on the AI of your units to actually execute these commands, and they might do it or they might not do it, or commands might reach them or might not reach them. There's like some stuff going on with that. I don't know. It's not even the time investment, it's just so intense and mentally draining. Yeah, I mean, it's about like all these split-second things, and it's not. Like the way we played StarCraft back in the day was nobody knew what they needed to be doing. I mean, this is like, but that's kind of the thing within, I'm talking about two things at the same time right now. Relying on AI so heavily, yes, but it kind of makes sense for, like, that's sort of the operational level war games, I think you call that. Not really, I don't know. Where it's all about that, you know? It's all about sort of... Because in reality, if you're like a general on a battlefield, you can't just move your units about, right? You have to like give a command, that command has to reach them, and they have to do it. So for like simulating these kinds of things, there is something to be said about that concept. I think that's pretty interesting. But yeah, Frogger. Wow, yeah, right, Frogger. That was one of the... Okay, that's gonna be another quick one, I suppose. Yeah, let's create it. This was one of the 3D remakes of classic Golden Age arcade games. There were a lot of these back then. There was like a 3D Pong and all kinds of weird stuff. I'm pretty fond of Frogger, by the way. When it comes to sort of Golden Age arcade games, I like Frogger. I don't know. It's something like if you put me in front of Frogger, I will play some Frogger. I don't know. There's something. It's obviously exceedingly simple. Okay, finish Frogger. This probably will only have a very cursory relationship with the original Frogger, so I'm not sure. Jump to it. Yeah, this is not what Frogger actually is. Yeah, this is pretty similar though. Okay, we can have a super hop. Can we do anything else? Probably not. Okay. Oh yeah, there's this. This is what like the original Frogger is just like you start at the bottom of the screen, you're trying to and you're trying to get to the top, and you have to avoid like trucks, and this is an extremely annoying sound. Can I... Is there a way to catch that? Ah, there we go. Alright. Yeah, this is... You know, this remake, I'm not sure if that is really what that was necessary. I don't know. I'd much rather play the original arcade Frogger, you know? Fire up the old MAME and play some arcade Frogger. If you put me in front of a Frogger machine, I will play some Frogger. That's what I'm saying. In terms of like the really classic Golden Age arcade things. Like Frogger and Gallagher are kind of the two for me. Like Gallagher, fucking fantastic. Frogger, incredible. But the rest, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. Oops. Let's go on to the turtles. Are these turtles or tortoises? I think turtles, right? Are tortoises the land ones and turtles the water ones? I don't know. Hey, we have the road, and I'm got flattened. Yeah, this has elements of original Frogger, but The thing is, it's hard to get a sense of how the space works because everything is so zoomed in. I don't know. You get 5 points for each hop. Interesting. Oh, okay. I get motion sickness from the camera. Yeah, it's kind of wobbly, isn't it? You know what? I think that's enough, Frogger. Play the original arcade Frogger. You know? It's like the ROM is a few kilobytes. Put that into MAME. Have some fun with that. It's good. I recommend that. But not this one. You could probably skip. I don't know. Ooh, next one is Manx TT Superbike. That's a Sega arcade racer. I like Manx TT. You know? On the last one, I was kind of talking about how Daytona USA is a game that has always kind of passed me by. I've never really got into Daytona, and I never really got into the feel of that game. But Manx TT is one that I like. Probably because I think I played this demo as a kid. No. Oh, that wasn't the installation. Now we have the installation. We're going to do 3DFX. Let's also install software mode in case it doesn't work. That is always something that may happen. And yes, installation complete. Very well. No. 3DFX, let's try it. I have too many things open at the same time. It's going to be a mess. We're probably going to have to do a rebooting of the system pretty soon. Manx TT Superbike. So what do we have? We have arcade mode. What are the controls? Controllers. Oh, throttle brake. X and Z, left arrow, up. Okay, that works. Fast bank, hold bank, control. Okay, all right. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's do automatic right now. It's fine. We're just going to do a few laps around this. Yeah, this is oh, what was it? X, yeah. This is based on the Isle of Man bike racing championship thingy, which is crazy if you've ever seen that. Like, you know, like, I don't know, it's like the most, you know, motorsport over the years has become a lot safer. Right? Like stuff like open wheel racing, Formula 1 for example, has become a lot safer. But this is just like MotoGP, like motorbike racing is still very dangerous, right? Because, you know, if you crash a motorbike, that is dangerous, right? I'm talking about the real sport right now, the Isle of Man racing championship. And so the Isle of Man, so this is on the Isle of Man, is an island of somewhere UK. Of I don't know, whatever. And it's like a huge road thing through like villages and all this kind of stuff, right? And it's like bike folks who do that, right? Who race around the Isle of Man, and it's such a death-defying, crazy thing. Like if you see like the split, like how they miss fucking walls by millimeters and like at speeds that are ridiculous, it is so crazy. Like it is such a, and it's awesome. But I can't watch it, actually. I do watch a lot of motorsport. I like motorsport. I follow motorsport. It's like my one sports thing that I follow. I like, but motorbike stuff, especially that one, I just can't watch. Like I get so anxious and I'm like, oh God, oh Christ, oh dear. It's not. Yeah. Okay, let me see. There was like you could... Oh yeah, you can log in your banking. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right, I forgot about that. You can do that and boom, yeah. And this is pretty cool. This is, you know, a classic Sega arcade racer. This was in the arcades, and this is probably a port of the Saturn version, if I had to take a guess. Obviously, there isn't much to this demo, but yeah. Oops, I'm really not doing well right now. I'm playing this with the arrow keys as well. You would probably want to have like a joystick or any kind of analog controller for this, but this is all about perfecting these tracks, right? And like eking out more and more seconds and getting better at all this stuff. It's cool. It's a good one. I like Manx TT. In any case, that's that. But yeah, in real life, this is so crazy. Okay, we have another racing game. We have TOCA Touring Car Championship. This is a Codemasters game. I think this is how Codemasters sort of got into the more realistic... I mean, they are not making full-on simulation games, but into the more realistic racing games. They were kind of a developer of all kinds of stuff, and nowadays they are a racing game developer, right? They do the dirt games, they do the Formula 1 games and all that kind of stuff. And I believe this is kind of how that started. Yeah. I've never really played the TOCA games. This is kind of what turned into what was it called? Yeah, Race Driver and then Grid, like all the Grid games. This is essentially the first one of these. This is essentially, yeah, the first Grid, essentially. Yeah, right. Let's go ahead. TOCA Touring Car Championship. Okay, let's just start a race and see. Single race. Maybe I should actually look at the controls, but fuck it. That's not what we do here. Enter name. We are CGDS, indeed. Let's pick the car. We're racing at Donington. What do we have? Silverstone, Truxton, Brands Hatch. That's a good selection of British race tracks. Brands Hatch is cool. Silverstone is awesome. Donington Park. I don't know. Do I like Donington Park? I don't know. Yeah, this is essentially the original Grid. Oh yeah, arrow keys work. Fantastic. Let's go ahead. It does not use the 3DFX. I think this is only running on the S3 Verge that I just use for 2D stuff in this system. So, and that is not a great 3D graphics card, is what I'm saying. This is why, like, this is not really running at a... The frame rate is noticeably lower than it was, for example, in the other one, in Manx TT. But it's okay. It's playable. It's playable. Also, like, playing this with the arrow keys is maybe not the ideal way to go about this. But, yeah. Probably kind of a fun little simcade thing. Oh yeah, we have a cockpit perspective. Great. A rather pixelated cockpit perspective. But that's good. You know, I'm not exactly winning this. Are you winning, son? Not exactly. Yeah, this is probably par for the course for 1998, right? This should be 1998. This must have come out around that time, like early 1998. Makes sense. I think this was also on PlayStation, on the original PlayStation. It looks like a racing game from that era, doesn't it? Might be sort of a pre-Gran Turismo thing. Oh, okay, yeah. You were born in 1997. A young one. I'm not that young anymore, right? But, cool. So I'm probably around 10 years older than you then. Crikey. Always. You're allowed to say, okay, boomer now, by the way. You only played Nintendo games growing up. Yeah. I had a Game Boy growing up and I played a bunch of Game Boy games. Never had any consoles. I grew up on old PCs essentially. I had sort of a phase in it's sort of around sort of the mid 2000s where I... Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I will... I had like a phase in the mid 2000s where I just didn't play any games at all anymore. More interested in other things. Like partying hard, you know. I just fell out of games for a few years. But that was actually pretty good. It's... I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten back into them, but whatever. Cheers. Not actually. Maybe a bit more than nowadays, but yeah. Okay. I mean, at least... okay, that is enough TOCA, by the way. That is enough TOCA. And the race. Again. I'll race again. This is why this didn't work. I was never really into the grid side of the things. I always liked the rally games more. The Colin McRae rally and Dirt, and the current Dirt rally games. But yeah, still, that's how all that kind of stuff started out. Let's go back into the starter. Let's install some more things. I'm gonna have to take a quick break soon and get myself something to drink again. Oh, next one seems to be a flight simulator. And again, we don't have a joystick, we don't have anything. So, I'm not sure. And we especially do not have time to get into a flight simulator. So, this might not lead anywhere. But we're going to try that. While that installs, I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to get myself something to drink. And see you in a minute. Okay. All right. This has finished. Let's see. Again, We're not going to do much with this probably. Oh yeah, here we go. This does have 3D FX at least. Oh yeah, here we go. Mission editor, play replay, enter cockpit, training. Let's just enter the cockpit. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, this is us. Flight. Can we... Oh yeah, this is sort of, we're kind of picking our load out here. Let's just, I have no idea. Let's do that. Can we, how do we continue? Squads. Flight, can I fly? Can I fly? We're not gonna get far with this. Okay, this is training, takeoff, introduction. This CD is missing. Tells me the CD is missing. There's no CD, this is a demo version. Crikey, what even? Debrief, there's no debrief available because we haven't done anything just yet. And we can watch a replay. Let's do that. Just to see what the game looks like. There we go. And that's what the game looks like. This is probably going to play automatically now, right? Yeah. Again, I like flight simulation games, but never played that one. Yeah, it looks kind of good for the era. Seems to be a decent looking game, you know? Oh yeah, that tree popped in. Something fierce. Kind of weird how some of the trees that are further away were rendered and the one right in front of you wasn't. But also it makes sense for a flight simulator because you're mostly seeing things that are very far away. Yeah, this seems to be pretty fully featured. This seems to be a proper simulation. Can I exit this? Can I exit this? This is like this is gonna be the interesting part. Sure. Oh dear. Oh dear. Folks! Are we gonna do a hard reset? Are we gonna do a hard reset? Yeah. I mean, a lot of the current flight simulation games have I was for a time I was playing some DCS, which is kind of like a hardcore flight simulator. Current one, very good. And it was an accomplishment to do your first takeoff in that game, right? And it's cool. And I like that. And if you need to find the fun in that process, you know. And then it kind of works. But I never really got hardcore into flight simulators. I have sort of a cursory interest in that. Yeah, scan disk, whatever. I don't need to save this system. If, you know, we can always... If Windows fucks up entirely. New hardware found. That should not be the case. There's no new hardware. Oh, the monitor. For some reason, it sometimes finds a new monitor, even though it's not a new monitor, but that's okay. Okay, let's take a look. That was F something Korea, a flight simulation game that I would need to spend the next few hours to properly learn how to play, and I'm not going to do that. So, that was that. Moonracer. Ooh, this looks cool. Only, oh dear, with Power VR chip. We don't have a Power VR chip, so let's just install it, but I am almost certain Windows temp, oh shit. Oh, it copies that directly into Windows temp. This is the reason why installing demos from these old CDs would sometimes just fuck up your computer and you had to do a new clean install of Windows. This is exactly the reason. Sometimes they would just clog up your system. Extraction complete. You know, it might delete the files afterwards. It might not. It might not. Sometimes they wouldn't, and everything goes haywire. I had like demos that installed themselves into the root folder. Like all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Moonracer. It's not gonna work probably, right? Yeah. We have no Power VR graphics card, so unfortunately we can't play that. You thought that technology today was fickle. Oh, you have no idea, buddy. NBA Action, okay. That's a sports game. I like basketball fine. I'm not big into playing sports games. I don't know. Basketball is cool. It's probably the one of the American sports that I like the most. But in terms of sports games, is that... Oh yeah, it's Sega. I do kind of like it when they are a bit more arcadey, you know? Like more the arcadey type stuff. Never understood the appeal of games like Madden. Yeah, I do understand the appeal. It's just not for me, I think. So I remember, like, for a long time, like a bunch of friends, and I had friends that were really into FIFA, right? Like, I not even like Pro Evolution Soccer and FIFA, both of these games, like soccer games, right? And let me just check the controls. Can I check the controls? Definitely not. And I see how that is fun, like in multiplayer especially, like playing against each other. And I played with them. I played some FIFA with them as well. We always had a lot of fun doing that. Like it was like we drank a lot of alcohol and played FIFA essentially. And I wouldn't have. Oh yeah, that is some resolution. Jesus Christ.
And now, to the floor for the opening tip-off.
Okay. There's the ball. There's the folks.
Longley gets the tip.
Okay, I have no idea. Can I control? Okay, I don't know if... I'm essentially just pressing the spacebar. Okay. This is basketball, you know? Yeah. And like I have extremely fond memories of doing that, so I get the appeal, but... You know? Once that stopped kind of being a thing, we don't live in the same towns anymore, and you know, all that kind of stuff when you become an adult and things become less fun. I wouldn't like play a sports game on my own for some reason. I wouldn't buy a FIFA game and just play it, you know, and it's not... I get the appeal, but this is basketball. I like basketball. Again, like out of the American sports, that's probably kind of the one for me. Although hockey is also pretty cool, but I'm not following this in any kind of detail. I have a friend who's very into basketball, who follows all the basketball stuff. The Art of Flying. There's a bunch of games on here that I have never heard about before. Okay. The program has performed an illegal operation and will be shut down. The cops are about to kick in my door because of that illegal operation. Okay, we might not be able to stop this. Maybe it runs in window? I'm going to jail. I'm just going to take a big old magnet to my hard drives, which is not going to work because I'm using an SSD in my in my main computer. Virtua Squad 2. You know, we were just talking about the cops. Now we're going to be the cops. Virtua Squad 2 is a rail shooter. An old Sega arcade rail shooter that you would use like plastic guns for. We're probably going to play that with the mouse now, but that will probably work out just fine. So we're going to be the cops, and we're going to shoot a bunch of people, which is, as a concept, you know, but I remember these games being kind of alright. Sega AM2. I was always more into House of the Dead, which is sort of the zombie rail shooter by Sega. Arcade game. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Beginner. File 1. Big chase. Ooh. Oh, the frame rate is not great. Oh, this is chugging. This is chugging something fierce. Oh. Ooh. This is almost unplayable. But yeah, this is just like, we're not controlling anything except for this reticle. And we're just shooting these folks. Okay, this is not someone I should shoot probably. Can we do something? I'm going to turn down the resolution. It's going to look worse, but I hope it will. Oh yeah, this is much better. Okay. For some reason, my system did not agree with 640 by 480. Like it runs in software mode. There's no 3D acceleration, and that's probably the reason. But wow. Yeah, this is much better. But yeah, that's Virtua Squad. I think this is called Virtua Cop in the original arcade version. And obviously this is a lot more fun when you are in an arcade and you have like the stupid plastic guns and you're shooting at a large screen and that kind of stuff. Yep. And kind of sometimes I miss, like visually, I miss the reticle and I don't know what I'm shooting at when things get kind of busy. They don't stand out all that well on screen. But yeah, that's Virtua Squad. Yeah, I mean, House of the Dead is better probably. They have like fun zombie stuff without and better trash. Like House of the Dead has some amazing trash in it. And it's, you don't have all the weird cop stuff, I guess. That's what that is. Shooting folks. Thanks for playing. Thank you for letting me play. Can I end this? Yes. That's the Virtua Squad 2 demo. I don't know. It's a rail shooter for PC. Can use the mouse to... Yeah, right. There was a Resident Evil one, wasn't there? I don't know, I mean, can be kind of fun. Ooh, this is X. This is a space game again. X Beyond the Frontier, I suppose? Okay. X demo. Resident, yeah. I mean, I've never played the Resident Evil one, but it will probably work pretty well, right? Have like a lot of zombies and weird boss enemies or whatever, and then you shoot at them from a rail. I think that would probably work out quite well. Where's the X demo? There's the X demo. Let's start the X demo. Save screenshots? Safe screenshots, as opposed to unsafe screenshots. Okay, in development. Okay, this seems to be like an early thing. Yeah, 1997. I think X came out much later. There's also a series that's still going, by the way. Like I think X4 came out relatively recently. All 3D graphics are real-time and represent in-game graphics of X. Oh, is this a... this might be a self-running demo. This might not... My speakers are stereo. What did that say? On-game music. On-game music. That's pretty good. Anything else here? Well, we just have a bunch of logos. Ego Software. Yes, Egosoft. A universe full of many interesting life forms is waiting for you. It's just like real life. The textures are almost as good as real life as well. Grab your own spaceship and do something. I did not see that. Come and join the X universe. I want you to join the X universe. By the way, this game is called X, in case you haven't noticed. Spaceship. There's some graphical glitches there with some stuff. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Like the lighting effects are not working properly. Equipped with the latest in argon technology, 2 Class A lasers that will teach every Xenon to behave. That sounds a bit fascist for me, but wait, there's more. You get one of our famous positronic computers. Can't wait. Yeah, thank you. Explosions. Oh yeah, show me some explosions. Show me those explosions. Probably are not gonna look right. Positrons. Huh? There's something weird going on with the light effects there. That something does not look right. Explosions that will blow your PC to pieces. I don't want you to blow my PC to pieces. Okay, that did not exactly blow my PC to pieces right there. It blew that space station to pieces. Bombastic 3D surround sound effects. A great symphonic soundtrack. Yeah, this is like, I don't think we're going to play anything here. So I think this was more like a tech demo, wasn't it? Okay, Youngblood. I have no idea what that is. It's not Wolfenstein Youngblood. Definitely. There was a game, right? Wolfenstein Youngblood? I haven't played that one. I've played the other modern Wolfenstein games. Oh, game companies always overstate the features of their game. Of course they... You have to, right? Press enter. What is this? Youngblood. Seems to be kind of a superhero Marvel kind of thing. Or whatever. Probably not Marvel, but I don't know what kind of superhero thing. This was from an age where everything, every pop culture wasn't completely oversaturated with superhero stuff. So, I guess we're gonna have to cut this game some slack here.
Got it.
Ah, this seems to be... This controls like real-time strategy. Or real-time tactics, I guess. Yeah.
It begins.
Punch this thing. Well, you have some guns.
Hold on. Let's rock.
Can we
Hold on.
get through there? No. Can we destroy that? Yes! Okay. This does not seem like a good game. I don't know. This is kinda iffy. I don't know. This seems to be, like, even for that time, this seems to be a very low... low budget, I don't know, affair. Which, low budget does not mean bad, but, I don't know, this is not... this is not exactly grabbing me right now. Let me see, can we... Oh yeah, we can destroy that with your gigantic gun. Can't blow a few rocks away with your ginormous rifle face. Okay, what's that? Power up. Okay, you gotta power up. You gotta power up. What is this? Hey. Hey! Yeah, by that time, stuff like even stuff like Commandos would have been out, I suppose. So, or like about to come out, right? Like even when it comes to sort of real-time tactics, there was way better stuff at that time. What's that? That was kind of glitchy. Yeah, this is not. You know what? I've never heard of Youngblood before, and now I know why I've never heard of Youngblood before, because this is not a thing. So Iowa, we had that last time. The brick destroying Pong sort of games, like Rebound. You mean, or like Arkanoid? Stuff like that? Yeah, I like that stuff. Where you have a paddle at the bottom and the wall of bricks at the top, and you just bounce a ball against that. Yeah, I like those. I've played a ton of those as a kid. The Darkening and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter is not going to work. We don't even need to try this, because X-Wing versus TIE Fighter is not going to start if you don't have a joystick installed, and we don't have a joystick right now. So I know that because, again, I have X-Wing versus TIE Fighter right there in the big box. And you need a joystick. So this is not going to work. iWar we had last time, the demo for iWar. So we're not going to repeat that. And now the only thing that we have left is the Darkening. I suppose there was kind of a... like in that magazine, GameStar, what is it, 298, there might have been kind of a special about space games in there. Because these are older demos. Like X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, I think 97. Darkening is 96, I think. So they might have had like a special article about space games in there. And then had a few demos of those games on the disc. Let's install the Darkening. This is Privateer 2. I remember thinking that this is pretty cool. But I don't know. Let me see. Rebound was a bit more modern with the VFX and Arkanoid, but the same concept. Yeah, I like those games. These are like cool. This is kind of my type of casual game in a lot of ways. Like I like to play a bit of Arkanoid style stuff, just like Rebound. I've never played Rebound. Need to check that out. Install. You must set up sound and music cards. Okay. Then let's set up sound and music cards. I don't know. I think I have a Sound Blaster 16 in here. Let me just check this. Yeah, that works. Music card. This is a DOS game, by the way. This is MS-DOS, so that's why we have to set up this on our own. Windows games would usually just detect that automatically. That's one of the things that Windows and DirectX and all that kind of stuff does. Not always, you know, but like sort of the end of the DOS era was also kind of the end of the sound setup. Okay, control mouse, that works. Yeah, Privateer was cool. Privateer was cool. Privateer 2 is, I think, not as fondly remembered, but I do remember it fondly. I've never had the full version of the game, but I read a lot about it. A friend of mine had it. Makes me kind of want to play Privateer 2 now. But yeah, P2 demo. Let's see whether it works. Sometimes DOS games, you must be in full DOS mode to play this game. Yeah, and we don't really have drivers and everything installed for DOS. Let's restart in DOS mode. P2 demo. What was it? It's like, oh, where's the, yeah. P2 demo. Okay. Oops. Fatal error. Mouse no. Oh yeah, right. I don't have any mouse drivers for DOS installed. That's not going to work out. That's not gonna work out. Wonga equals 13.5. Okay. Creds. I do enjoy that message quite a bit. Let's restart Windows. Let's just check out a few of the other things that are on the CD, and then we're going to be done for now with this stream. And I'm going to be back later today, in a few hours. I have to do some other stuff, but with some more Caves of Cud. However, right now, let's just quickly check what else is on the CD. Okay, we have some videos, some German videos. This was kind of the sketch show. Yeah, it was hot trash, but charming. We're not going to watch that right now because GameStar still exists, and GameStar still exists, and they own that stuff, and I don't know. I don't think they are particularly litigious about that, but you know, it's fine. It's also German, so whatever. Baldur's Gate video, Journeyman Project, Final Liberation, Flight Unlimited. Let me just quickly check some of that. Baldur's Gate. Let's see whether we can watch a video about Baldur's Gate. It's 5:23 a.m. for you at the moment. Oh dear. That's very early. Have you gone up early or have you been up late? I think this is just the intro for Baldur's Gate. You've been up late. Wow. You've been up pretty. Okay. Somebody is commenting over that. But that is some... Look at the video compression. We don't know how good we have it today. Like, you can't even recognize the game. That is a resolution. Okay. That's what game videos were. Back in the time, long before YouTube. Yeah. Do we have anything else that is interesting? Balance of Power, that's X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. The add-on that I also have back there. Let's just quickly watch that. Oh yeah, right, GameStar video special. I'm just going to talk over that because that sound effect might get my video weird. Yeah, that's X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Or Balance of Power, rather. Balance of Power is the... Yay! Okay, that's enough. That's enough. So when X-Wing vs TIE Fighter came out, that was mainly a multiplayer game, and it did not have really any campaigns. So they brought out the add-on Balance of Power, and that was essentially the campaigns, the solo campaigns for the game, and they were pretty good. So yeah, that's that. What else do we have? We have some drivers for different stuff. Right, like graphics cards, drivers, and all that kind of stuff on here. Hey, SC Jack, hi, how's it going? For example, for the Elsa Victory Eraser, yeah, all that kind of fun stuff. That was the videos. We have some updates for some stuff, all of which we do not have installed here, so it doesn't really matter. But that was kind of the way how you got that stuff, right? In lieu of the internet. I certainly wasn't downloading anything from the internet in 1998, I think. So, 1&1 T-Online software. You know what? I'm just going to install this shit and see what happens. And this is obviously not going to work because this is not on the internet. And even if it was, that would just be a complete disaster. C decoder, yeah, fuck it. World Wide Web browser. Yeah, all the browsers. Netscape. Internet Explorer, yes. I can only install one browser, okay. Let's do Netscape. T-Online. Here we go. Nothing is gonna happen. I wonder if there's anything. I just wonder if there's like anything like any HTML or whatever on the hard drive that we can take a look at. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Obviously, this is not going to connect to anything. Yeah, no problem, Ernie. No you don't say that in English. Sorry. You're welcome. And yeah, it's good software. I can recommend it. Okay, let's see. What do we have? T-Online. This is not going to work. Oh yeah, there's some stuff here. No. Yeah. We're not gonna. Okay, this doesn't do anything. That's good. Email. Can't do email. When somebody says thanks, you don't say no problem, right? Like that's a very German thing to say. Like kein Problem, right? But it means something slightly different when you say it in English. It's actually somebody has told me at some point that it's maybe considered rude to say that, to say no problem, because it just says that yeah, I don't know, as a different thing in some places. Yeah. PC and software. What do we have? Okay. Now I think there's nothing we can do here, but that's T-Online. That's one of the early sort of online systems that weren't, you know, like you had all this kind of closed system stuff. Someone's pulling. No. It's considered rude in some places, you know. That's kind of a thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. GameStar homepage. Oh, we can actually look at the homepage of GameStar from that time. We have the browser installed now, I believe. Yeah, here we go. We can look at the GameStar homepage from that time. Ah, old web pages. Awesome. So that is... Okay, Monkey Island 3. Oh yeah, we looked at that CD the last time, with the full version of Monkey Island on it, and Warwind. This is what the GameStar homepage looked like at that point. This is good. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. What game is this? I think this is Jedi Knight, right? Yeah, that's Jedi Knight, and they are on there. Fantastic. And those are the magazines. And what's in the magazines? It's just like 4 magazines at this point. No worries. No wookers. Oh, that's pretty good. CD. GameStar subscription. This is what the internet looked like back in the day. It's cool, isn't it? This is the review of F1 Racing Simulation. Wow. Oh, Michael Galushka. 89% fun factor. There you go, that's F1 Racing Simulation. Curse of Monkey Island. I like how they are calling it Monkey Island 3 here. Can read that review. Can read German reviews on a webpage from 1997. Yeah, they really liked Curse of Monkey Island. I mean, it makes sense. It was a cool game when it came out. Lords of Magic, okay. The Ideal Gaming PC, here we go. Let's check out the Ideal Gaming PC. I want to know what I have to get to upgrade my computer. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of text. 2800 Deutschmarks. Ooh, 4,300. Ooh, high-end PC for 6,500 Deutschmarks. That's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot of money. What do we have in here? A Pentium 2 with 300 megahertz. Diamond Viper 330 and a 3DFX graphics card. 17-inch monitor. That's solid. That's good. 64 megabytes of RAM. That's enough for everything. You don't need any more. And 6.3 gigabyte hard drive. Yeah. Great. Fantastic. I was actually looking for some kind of table, but it's just a bunch of text. What do we have? Pinboard. Oh, that's their forums. Can we look at their forums? This is what the forum looked like at that point. The GameStar Pinboard forums, they still exist. They are still online, but they look like a modern forum. Internet forum now. Chat room? Question mark? Benjamin is saying Tomb Raider 2, Tomb2.exe. We looked at that earlier. Look! I bought Tomb Raider 2 yesterday, but after I finished the first level, apparently that was just a demo. You did not buy Tomb Raider 2. They are on the CD, right? This is like a magazine CD, and they just put all the HTML files and whatever on the magazine CD. For people who did not have internet at the time. Like me, I did not have internet at that time. So I think like early 98 was before the internet for me. I don't think we might have had some amount of dial-up, but I might not have been allowed to use it at that point. We have downloads. Okay, this... Yeah, what happens if I press that? Okay, you have to go to the actual webpage to download. That makes sense. But all of these are on the CD as well. Links. What are you linking to? Ultima Online. Oh, the most important online games at a glance. So we have Ultima Online, we have Meridian 59. 10 short. There were 10 short. And The Realm. I don't know what The Realm is. I've never seen that before. It's an RPG, online RPG. That looks weird. That's a weird screenshot, isn't it? Warbirds, the flight simulator, costs $2 an hour. Wow. This is $10 a month. Also $10 a month. Yeah. Legends of Kesmai. Don't know what that is. No, I've never seen that before. And Battletech Solaris. Okay, this is kind of a mech game. Huh. What, $10 a month? Yeah, that's sort of the early days of online gaming. This is game developers. This is just a list of game developers. Okay? We have 3DO. DMA Design. Or like DMA Desgin. DMA Design is Rockstar before they were Rockstar. They made Lemmings and Grand Theft Auto, and then they renamed themselves to Rockstar Games. Microprose, Broderband. Oh yeah, there's some classics in there. Bullfrog. Microsoft. It's just a list of developers. Okay. Like on the webpage, there would have probably been links to the home pages. Hardware companies, hotlines. Oh yeah. Don't call any of that probably. I don't know if those hotlines still exist. Some of those might. Can call Activision and tell them to fuck off. That's probably what you should do. Don't call anybody. Oh, charts. We can see what they have rated games. I don't know. Blade Runner. They gave 82% to Blade Runner. Bomberman. 51% for Bomberman. We're not happy about Bomberman. Civilization 2 and Command and Conquer. Oh, it's a compilation, yeah. Curse of Monkey Island 92, yes. Daytona USA Deluxe 66. Emperor of the Fading Suns. That's a cool game, by the way. 76. That's not a 76, that's better than that. Fallout 85. Oh yeah. Lynx 386 CD. Great game. Little Big Adventure. Fantastic game. Okay, it's fine. Team. Let's take a look at the team. The team. Look at those guys. That was the GameStar back in the day. Sounds about white. Special feature. That's a... Oh yeah, hello. It was the 90s. Yay. Yay. Hello. Hi. Good. I think that's enough homepage for now. Okay, so what else do we have? Internet Explorer, Acrobat Reader, Gotschi. Oh, is that a Tamagotchi game? Ooh. That's a Tamagotchi game. Let's check that out. See Gotschi. Boom. Oh yeah, that must have been like late 90s. That must have been the Tamagotchi explosion, right? Sort of the little egg-shaped sort of LCD screen thing where you have to take care of a virtual animal. That was like a thing that was everywhere at some point. Everybody pestered their parents to get one, and then they would die after a week because everybody lost interest in them after a week. Gotschi. Here we go. Gotschi PC. Ooh, we have some 3D rendered intro. Oh, that's good. That's fantastic. Those are the aesthetics, folks. By Frank Meier and Timo Keilhau. Okay. Can we do something? Shareware version, yeah. What was Gotschi? Who will you be? There we go. We have an egg. That's probably something that you're supposed to just have running in the background, which, considering how much processing power and memory was available at that time, is probably a bad idea. There we go. This is Uber Eats. This is our little Uber Eats. So, happiness, yeah. All right. Dirt, weight, actions. Is not hungry, but let's. We can't pet. We can't pet our little pet because it's the Shareware version. I call bullshit on that. Gesundheit just means health. The Gesundheit that you say after somebody sneezes is essentially just like you wish someone good health, you know? And for some reason that made its way into the English language as well as a loan word. Can we play? No. Okay, when we play, we need to guess where Gotschi is looking. Can we actually... No. Left or right? Left! Yay! We guessed right and the happiness went up. Yay. Yeah. Let's play some more. Left. Yeah, boom. All the way happy. Right. Yay! 0? Okay. Doesn't weigh anything anymore. Have some food. Oh, there's a lot of food. Bread, popcorn, carrots, apples, ice cream, fish, sugar, just like straight up sugar. Let's throw some sugar in there. Yeah, let's throw some fucking You only get sugar in the full version. Kiwis? Kiwis? No, nothing. Bread? Yeah, have some bread. There's no graphics there. weighs 2 kilograms now. I gave it a spritz. It's like a syringe. I don't know what it does. It probably increases health. Oh no, that's enough Gotschi. Like a basic Tamagotchi game. Okay, we have some software, DirectX, GameStar benchmark. Let's install the benchmark and see how our computer here is performing. Okay. Mostly just say bless you where you live. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? Gesundheit. Okay, setup is complete. Direct 3D benchmark. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's see how this computer benchmarks, and let's take a look at solid mid mapping Z buffer. Yeah, sure. Direct 3D. Yeah, let's start the benchmark and let's see what happens. Oh, this does not look right. This does not look right. But it's kind of cool. It looks kind of awesome, doesn't it? Everything is kind of transparent. Wow. Let's turn off the Z buffer. Let's see. No, it doesn't change anything. It does not want... No alpha blending? Nope. For some reason the textures are all balked. Turn off bilinear filter? Nope. Turn off perspective correction. Oh, the perspective correction was fucking up the textures. Okay. Here we go. Aren't those some graphics? That is the benchmark. I like how the water is just wobbling. No transparency there, though. Can I either have all the transparency or zero transparency? That's how you work. Okay. 23 FPS. Gotta be happy about that. You done? Okay, sure. 23.6 FPS. Thank you. That's enough benchmarking. Game Wizard, Display Doctor. Okay, WinZip. Okay, that's that. Folks, I think we're done. We're done with this one. That was fun. That was a bit of fun. I'm going to end the stream here again. I'm probably going to be back later today with some more of the Caves of the Cud. And you can, as always, find all of my archives and other videos on youtube.com/anotherdying. That's where all that stuff goes up. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, even when I'm doing like weird stuff like this. And yeah. Also, Oni Enjoyer, go to bed, please. Get some much needed sleep. And I hope to see everybody again soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.